And good morning on this beautiful day. Could we all take a few minutes to recall a time when we felt wonder? Not so much the verb, I wonder, but the noun that was truly a wonder. A synonym that is interchangeable is awed. I was simply in awe. Walking through Claude Monet's garden and home in France and viewing his works, for us, a wonder. Seeing Stonehenge in England, how did that happen? Hiking through Joshua Tree National Park. Seeing the musical Hamilton for the first time, wow. But does it always have to be mountains or a landmark that you get to see up close and personal? Or a unique experience? What is the wonder in our daily living, in the simple moments? And while wonder and awe suggest mostly positive words like amazement, surprise, reverence, admiration, grand, powerful, sublime, wonder and awe can simultaneously bring feelings of bewilderment, doubt, skepticism, and even fear. Now let's see Simon Peter, Thomas, Nathanael, the sons of Zebedee, and the other disciples as Jesus appeared to them for the third time after he was raised from the dead. Well, of course, they were filled with wonder and awe, but had to be bewildered, doubtful, fearful, and even skeptical. Jesus shows himself to be a God of abundance yet again, miraculously working to give his disciple fishers a catch of fish that should have broken their nets. They are overwhelmed with awe and wonder at this abundance, and at the same time, they may have doubted that this is really their Lord. But now he is truly standing on the shore. Oh my, he really did rise from the dead. He has a one-on-one with Peter and commissions him for what's to come. And he recommissions the group of disciples. The stories always end with Jesus saying, "Follow me." He repeats and extends the call. The disciples' response is quite telling to the mystery of it all. They know it is Jesus, but they also feel the need to ask him again who he is. The disciples represent the community of faith, and that describes us. We are a community of faith. He beckons us to follow him. He extends the call. And I think we continue to struggle with this hesitance of entering into the mystery of his presence as well. It is that feeling that we have when we realize that what we've said yes to is much bigger and wilder and amazing and scarier than we ever imagined. It is the feeling of being overwhelmed by not only the goodness and abundance, but by the kind of power that destroys all of the things we fear. What are we to do when God is revealed? Well, it usually leads us to a combination of faith and doubt and wondering. During Lent, I, with several others, read a beautifully written book by a writer and a poet, Cole Arthur Riley. She also is the creator of Black liturgies. The title, "This Here Flesh, Spirituality, Liberation, and the Stories That Made Us." The third chapter gave me clarity and purpose as I struggle with Jesus' call to me, to all of us. The title of the chapter was Wonder. She shares, "I think awe is an exercise, both a doing and a being. It is a spiritual muscle of our humanity that we can only keep from atrophying if we exercise it habitually. People who truly know how to wonder don't expend a great deal of energy talking about it. Well, they're off catching snowflakes on hot tongues. They're serving food to the homeless selflessly. They're washing the dishes while watching the sunset. She goes on to say that wonder requires a person not to forget themselves, but to feel themselves so acutely that their connectedness to every created thing comes into focus. In sacred awe, we are part of the story. It is paying attention to the majestic, a mountain view, a piece of art, listening to beautiful music, watching a play, seeing extraordinary scenery, but having the presence to pay attention to the commonplace. So now imagine a memory that's just commonplace. The disciples are often depicted as simple fishermen. My dad loved to fish, especially when he retired and he shared a small boat with a friend. And lots of days he'd be at Swan Lake near Carroll fishing for bluegill. And at many family gatherings, he'd be in the garage frying fish with his special beer-battered recipe in this special pan with a propane tank, some concoction, because Mom didn't want the smell or the grease splatter in the kitchen. And there we'd be, not able really to wait for the fish to all be done because they were just little pieces. And we'd snatch pieces. This commonplace, mundane family memory is to me a wonder. It's awesome. Ms. Riley so eloquently says, to encounter the holy in the ordinary is to find God in the liminal, in spaces where we might subconsciously exclude it. Wonder includes the capacity to be in awe of humanity, even our own. We need to resist the belief that things worthy of wonder can only be located on nature hikes. The disciples needed to get past the wonder of Jesus rising from the dead and simply heed the call, follow me. Tell everyone about me. Teach them about me. This was their calling. This is our calling. Let us marvel at the face of our neighbor with the same awe we have for the mountaintop. See it in faces of people going into the community fridge for food. See it in the work of the refugee gardeners next door. See it in the face of Tanner when Lizzie gives him bread and he waits for seconds. See it in Robin as he insists on standing by his mom as she gives us wine. See it as you work at the food bank and as you pack food. See it as we take goods to our neighborhood schools. See it as the Darfur children meet in the study every Sunday. This is how God is revealed to us. And this all leads us to a combination of faith, doubt, and wonder. Not only the awesome wonder of the man the disciples and we know as Lord, but the revelation to expand their original calling, now our calling, to carry on Jesus' ministry. We will be agents of God's abundant gathering of his church, symbolized by the catch of fish in a net that will not break. We follow that path of faith, following the resurrected new life and purpose that Jesus provides. And at St. Andrew's, we invite every single person to join us. We turn away no one. Follow me and see, feel, hear, and know the wonder and awe of it all. Amen.